he want to fight in White House, and I also want to be there.
Islam's able to take down JDM and get his back, hold him there, out grapple him, stop,
It's possible. It's gonna be hard, but Islam can win the second bout.
Islam Makhachev is set to make history as he headlines the upcoming White House card, a groundbreaking move that's sending shockwaves through the MMA world, with Ilia Topuria emerging as the shocking name linked to this monumental event. To begin with, Islam opened up about his vision for what could become one of the most historic fights in MMA, taking place at the White House. He expressed genuine excitement at the idea, calling it a monumental opportunity for the sport and its fans. Makhachev made it clear that if the UFC gives the green light, he's ready to make it happen and deliver something unforgettable.
He want to fight in White House, and I also want to be there.
Yeah, is that the biggest fight for you think? And again, I almost don't like asking these questions because I know you got a big fight in front of you, but is that the biggest fight that they could make
think,
for you?
yeah, for the, it's gonna be big, for MMA community, it's gonna be big fights, and people want this fight, and if UFC want this fight, and we can do it.
Moreover, the MMA guru dismissed the idea that Islam Makhachev is avoiding Ilia Topuria, arguing that taking on Jack Della Maddalena at welterweight proves otherwise. He explained that moving up a division to face a bigger, dangerous striker like JDM isn't an easier route, it's a major risk. Guru emphasized that this matchup shows Makhachev's willingness to chase true challenges.
There's a narrative that Makhachev's ducking Ilia Topuria, but if Makhachev was not fighting Ilia Topuria because he wanted to defend his title against Max Holloway for a BMF belt, maybe I'd say, okay, he's ducking Ilia. He wants an easier matchup against a striker, maybe. But when Makhachev's ducking Ilia Topuria to take on Jack Della Maddalena at welterweight, upper weight class, you ain't ducking. And if you are, that's not a clever duck right there. That's a real dumb duckling. Because Makhachev's moving up to face a dangerous kind of Ilia Topuria, but bigger.
Furthermore, MMA guru compared JDM to Ilia Topuria, noting that while JDM may not have the same star power, his crisp boxing, sharp defense, and elite sprawls make him just as dangerous. He predicted that Makhachev versus JDM won't be a slow or cautious bout, it'll be completely one-sided either way, depending on whether Islam's grappling or JDM's striking takes over.
Maybe not as dynamic as Ilia is, or the star that Ilia is, but if you're talking really tidy boxing and really good takedown defense and sprawls, you're talking JDM and Ilia Topuria in the sport. So this is a new test. My take on this fight is that this will be one-sided in either direction. That's my take. I don't think it can be boring. I know it could be, where maybe Makhachev does stall it out, but I think if Makhachev does have an advantage in the grappling, lighter man's skill is something that comes up a lot in MMA, and I think he will be able to use that into a finish.
But before any talk of the White House card, Islam has business to handle first. His upcoming showdown with Jack Della Maddalena, a fight that's already got fans and analysts split, with bold predictions flying in from every direction. When asked about his upcoming opponent, Islam Makhachev gave a calm but honest breakdown of Jack's skill set. He praised Jack's striking and boxing, recognizing his precision and timing on the feet, but also pointed out weaknesses in his wrestling. Still, Makhachev acknowledged that Jack's ground defense and ability to escape make him a well-rounded world-class fighter.
Honestly, yeah, I watch all his fights. He's good. Striking is good. His boxing is very good, And his wrestling not so good, but he good in the ground. He know how to defend, how to escape, how to get up. He have good skills in the ground also. But I saw his wrestling just not good, but he know how to defend, and he's striking really good. That's why he's one of the best in the world, and he's a world champion right now.
Furthermore, Islam didn't hold back when analyzing Jack's wrestling game, noting that most of his past opponents in the UFC have managed to take him down. However, he gave Jack credit for staying composed under pressure, pointing out that even when grounded, Jack doesn't panic and knows how to defend and manage tough positions effectively.
What about his wrestling isn't good? What is he doing wrong?
I saw his defense, a lot of guys take him down. I think all his opponents in UFC take him down, but he feel good in the ground. When somebody take him down, he not panic, try to do some mistake, and he know how to defend.
Meanwhile, Dan Hardy shared his thoughts on Islam Makhachev's move to welterweight, praising the time of the decision. He acknowledged Jack Della Madalena's elite boxing skills, but believes Islam is entering 170 at the perfect stage of his career. Hardy emphasized that Makhachev's physical growth, power, and maturity will make him even more dangerous in the new division.
Islam, he's moving up to 170. He's going to be fighting JDM for that title. Do you think he gets the job done, or how do you see the fight playing out?
Man, I've been high on JDM for a long time. You know, I remember doing interviews back when Ngannou was crossing over to boxing, and people were talking about who's got the best hands in MMA, and I was saying JDM at the time. I mean, his boxing's always impressed me. But at this point, I feel like Islam's moving up a weight class at the right time. You know, there are a lot of fighters that stay in a weight class for too long, and they seem to kind of stifle their physical growth. I don't think Islam can stay healthy and stay in that lightweight division for any longer, and I think right now he's allowed himself to move into a division where his body's just going to grow into it. He's going to be incredibly powerful.
In addition, Merab Dvalishvili gave a balanced take on Islam Makhachev's chances against Jack Della Maddalena, admitting it won't be an easy fight, but still possible for Islam to claim a second title. He praised JDM's striking but highlighted Islam's wrestling, control, and fight IQ, noting that lessons from JDM's previous bout could help Islam make the right adjustments to win. He concluded by saying that while the matchup is unpredictable, Islam's relentless pace and championship experience could ultimately be the difference maker on fight night.
Do you think that he gets the job done and wins that title, or do you think JDM retains?
It's gonna be hard for him, but it's possible to Islam Makhachev wins the second belt. JDM is great fighter, great striker, but Islam is tricky. He has a good wrestling, and he's southpaw. He don't get hits, but he takes people down and he mauls people down. So, and also we all see the JDM Belal Muhammad's fight, and then I'm sure Islam will take lots of lessons from this fight, and maybe Islam will make some adjustment. It's possible. It's gonna be hard, but Islam can win the second belt.
On the other hand, Daniel Darius shared a more cautious perspective on the Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena fight, revealing that his confidence has slightly shifted toward JDM. He explained that the size difference in JDM's impressive cardio could play a major role in the outcome, admitting that while it's a tough call, his instincts currently favor the Australian striker.
You and I spoke last time about Islam versus JDM. Now only weeks away. Do you still favor Islam in that matchup?
I'm gonna lean now towards JDM.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like the size will make a difference. Cardio-wise, JDM has great cardio. Maybe I'm wrong, but now this is all feel. This is one of the few fights where I can't really give you a clear answer. So I just feel like JDM.
Similarly, Kamaru Usman weighed in on the highly anticipated matchup between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena, calling it one of the most intriguing fights in recent memory. He praised both fighters for their rapid evolution, noting that early predictions were too one-sided. Usman believes fans are now realizing how competitive and close this fight could truly be. He said, "It's a very, very intriguing fight. JDM is growing at a rapid pace, and we all know what Islam possesses, and we know how good Islam is. So, I'm intrigued about that fight." Kamaru Usman further addressed early reactions to the Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena matchup, saying fans initially underestimated how competitive it would be. He explained that as the fight nears, people are beginning to realize it's a much closer and more balanced contest than many first believed. He said, "I don't think, because I feel like some people are kind of, initially when that fight was being announced, people were like, oh, this Islam's going to do this. Islam's going to take care of him, or JDM's too big." I think now we are starting to understand that that fight's going to be a lot closer than we think. Following that, Demetrius Johnson gave his take on the Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena matchup, calling it a rare skill-for-skill main event. He highlighted the significance of Islam's chance to become a double champion, something the UFC rarely allows, while praising JDM as an underrated dark horse with elite technique and a breakout performance against Belal Muhammad.
If there wasn't a main event that had skill for skill technique for technique, somebody coming up from lightweight, Islam Makhachev getting the opportunity to go up to 170 to have that, double champ status. The UFC doesn't allow that anymore, but the double champ status, taking on a JDM where I feel like JDM was a dark horse, right? Not very known to the public, great technique, great grappling, but the beating he put on Bilal Muhammad, being able to finish him and just out jab him. A lot of people said that fight was going to be boring. It turned out to be a banger fight.
Continuing his thoughts, Demetrius Johnson continued by praising Jack Della Maddalena for accepting such a tough challenge against Islam Makhachev. He noted that both fighters will be evenly matched in size, making the contest even more compelling. Johnson also pointed out that JDM's preparation with elite training partners like Craig Jones and Alexander Volkanovski could help him counter Islam's trademark Dagestani wrestling style.
For him to take on a guy like Islam Makhachev, not steering away from that challenge, Islam is coming up, so he's going to be, I feel like comparably size-wise, they're going to be about even, Islam's super good. JDM's got Craig Jones in the camp to, battle. And Volkanovski to battle that, Dagestan wrestling.
Lastly, Demetrius broke down how the Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena fight could play out, saying it has the potential to be either a grappling-heavy chess match or an all-out war. He explained that if Islam controls the ground, the fight might slow down, but praised JDM's refusal to stay trapped, noting his constant effort to escape and fight back from any position.
It could be two things. It could be a very, very boring fight, or it could be a very, very exciting fight. Meaning by the way it could be boring is if Islam's able to take down JDM and get his back, hold him there, out grapple him, stifle him. He could potentially do that. But the one thing I love about JDM when he fights is he never accepts the position.
To wrap things up, the MMA guru shared his excitement for the upcoming Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena fight, calling it a truly special matchup. He reflected on JDM's incredible rise from starting 0-2 to going on a dominant win streak filled with brutal knockouts. Guru praised JDM's evolution into an elite striker and confidently predicted that he'll defeat Makhachev in this high-stakes clash.
Makhachev JDM, this one's special to me. Okay, I've been watching JDM since the regional scene when he was taken out. If you haven't seen it, go and watch back Jack Della Madalena's regional KOs. Some of the nastiest KOs you'll see. He was destroying people on the regional scene. Started 0-2 in his career, went 10-2. After that, 10-fight win streak, and then since has been on a crazy win streak. I think he's on like a 17, 18-fight win streak now in his career, all the way through to UFC as well. I've picked him in every fight, and I'm going to pick him to beat Makhachev as well. Little spoiler for my own prediction video. But my take on this fight is amazing matchup.
And with all that said, one thing's clear. The MMA world is standing on the edge of something historic. Islam Makhachev isn't just chasing greatness anymore, he's rewriting what it means to be great. From conquering the lightweight division to now standing one win away from holding 2 world titles and potentially headlining the first ever White House card, this is a legacy being built in real time. But as history looms, Jack Della Maddalena stands as the ultimate roadblock, a cold-blooded striker with the heart of a brawler and the calm of a sniper. He's not coming to participate, he's coming to shock the world. So now the question is, can Islam truly cement itself as one of the greatest of all time, or will Jack Della Maddalena rise from underdog to immortal in one of the most jaw-dropping upsets in UFC history? And if Makhachev does get through JDM, would you want to see him face Ilia Topuria next? Possibly inside the White House itself? Drop your thoughts below. Who takes it? Islam or JDM? And do you believe this White House card could be the biggest MMA event ever? As always, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update as this story unfolds. Because if Islam Makhachev really walks out to fight under the White House lights, we might just witness the moment MMA enters a whole new era.